Hey, welcome to the Danger Zone. It's Ashley. Everything in this video can be found on a public domain, and the full disclaimer's down below. Lots of love and many blessings your way. I waited all day long yesterday, very patiently, might I add. I just wanted to see exactly what Harry and Meghan would do out of respect for the veterans in the United States. We didn't hear a single peep from them all day yesterday. They worked mighty hard at putting on shows for everybody else, but they couldn't fake one for our veterans, for our military people, active duty and retired, people that are laying in the graves that they trampled on. They couldn't come out 5 minutes and put a show out for them. I guess not, considering it wouldn't have been much of a benefit to them anyway, right? I would certainly like to say thank you so much to all the veterans out there, including my parents. God bless y'all. I appreciate you so much. And to the ones that lay in the graves that Meghan and Harry took advantage of and trampled all over for their benefit, thank you. Thank you for your service. Thank you for my freedom. I'm super grateful. My granddad was friends with General Patton, and he fought next to him in World War II, and I always used to love the stories. I'd almost give anything just to hear my papa's opinion on what Harry and Meghan did. I'd love to know how they spent yesterday, wouldn't you? And just to thank y'all, this entire situation that they tried to pull off was nothing more than hyped up jealousy. She's always in his ear, trying to make him competitive with his brother. She knew exactly which button to push to make Harry go along with this. That's what was told to me. Prince Philip, they're saying, was a hair from coming out and giving a public statement. He wanted the world to know how disgusted he was with Meghan and Harry's actions, but the Queen put a stop to it. Prince Philip's never had a filter, and that's what the Queen's afraid of. Don't y'all think it'd be in the best interest of the royal family if they did come out and say something? The Los Angeles National Cemetery had to push back their schedule to accommodate this entire photo shoot for Harry and Meghan. Now you'd think Harry and Meghan would do something in exchange for this huge favor. After all, they brought an entire crew with them. Can you believe it? I spoke with a guy yesterday when I called the cemetery, and he told me nothing was given in exchange. Nothing was left in exchange. They came and they went. Talk about users. Buddy, they're it. A couple of blocks down the road from the cemetery, yesterday gave out food to the veterans. You would have thought Meghan and Harry would have taken advantage of that situation. But no, it wouldn't have benefited them, just like I said earlier. Everything Meghan's ever done seems to have a string attached to it. If it's not in her benefit, she's not going to do it. Just like in 2014 when she went on tour with the USO. So here's a clip, and you can totally see she has worn out her welcome with these people. She looks ridiculous, out of place, and extremely awkward. This is totally cringe-worthy. But whatever she's done to tick off these people, they seem pretty upset with her. None of them could stand her. Especially this guy right here who tries to air drum on her head behind her back. They made a total joke out of her. But watch this. The guy stepped completely back, almost knocking those other two people off the stage. Nobody likes her. Nobody can stand her. I can only imagine how entitled she felt on this USO tour with these people. This bald-headed guy, whoever he is, man, he can't stand her. She keeps trying to inch over towards him, getting closer, like they're good buddies and pals. He can't stand her, I'm telling you. Clearly, she doesn't want to be there. She's awkward. Nobody can stand her. And she doesn't even know the words to the Christmas carol they're singing. So this is proof everything she does has a motive behind it. Her face is pretty easy to read, too. And she doesn't have a genuine bone in her body. She was here on the advice of her agent, who told her she needed the exposure. Speaking of attention and exposure, let's talk about her buddy, her bestie, Jessica Maroney. I don't know if this chick needs a vitamin. Something is not clicking upstairs. She's always doing something super negative. And yesterday was no different from any other day. When she's not having everything on her face filled and plumped, her most favorite activity, so it seems, is getting on social media and posting lots of pictures of herself. And somebody online made an innocent comment. Hey, listen, today's a very special day. Let's not forget. They said always remember the veterans. Would have been nice to see you acknowledge them, as opposed to some self-promotion. And in true Jessica Maroney fashion, she replied and said, I truly apologize. I have so much respect for veterans, and I'm involved in many fundraisers. Now let's go on everyone's feed who hasn't posted and shame them for it. In my opinion, something passive-aggressive to that degree would only come straight from a scallywag. Just proof of who Meghan truly is, considering that's her soul sister. You the company you keep, Meghan. These wicked clowns don't take anything serious because it's always been handed to them on a silver platter. The moment they wrapped that photo shoot up in the cemetery and sold it to the media, the moment it hit the press, the moment it was put out there, they started merching everything. It gets even more hard up and foul. Not only are they merching the clothes on their back, but they're merching the clothing that Kate Middleton's been wearing. They have those clothes listed on their site for sale, too. And it gets way worse. I told you guys Prince Charles was involved with them in all of this. He pulls some strings with Edward Enninful and has the same people from Vogue run a story about his clothing capsule too. Prince Charles's foundation and Yuke's Net-a-Porter pair up together to make a sustainable, which is the word of the century evidently, clothing capsule. Who can afford it? Have you noticed foundations are big business to these rich and slimy? It's bad enough I feel like I keep waking up in the Twilight Zone. But here's my question. Since when does Charles know a thing about fashion? The man doesn't even know how to tie sneakers. He doesn't even know how to put his own shoes on or button his fly. You think I really think he's picking out fabrics? Do you think I think he's in his closet every morning dressing himself? My Lord! Since when does somebody pay $1,000 for a button-down shirt? His trousers are $1,300 a pair. You know what prices like this tell me? Yeah, there's rich people out there that could probably piss away twice that much on an outfit. I know Meghan has. But this right here tells me that the foundations are nothing more than a front. Nobody off the street's going to come in and pay that price for any kind of sustainable anything unless you can ride it or live in it or feed your kids with it. It doesn't make sense. They're showing themselves more and more each day, to be honest with you. They're so in our face, they don't care anymore. They're doing exactly what they want to do. What kind of feeling do you get looking at this picture? This announcement for the young winners of the 2020 International Talent Support Contest, does this picture make you feel comfortable? What about this picture? We all know what this pose means. And the creepiest thing about all of this is it's linked back to Prince Charles's foundation. Just keep in mind that Prince Charles's hands are not clean in this situation. Not with Harry and Meghan. He's as guilty as they are. And speaking of involvement, guess who's come out again? That's right, Samantha's poked her head out long enough to play interference. I believe they're all involved. I believe every single one of these people have a role in this situation. Have you noticed any time that Meghan and Harry have kicked up trouble, here comes one of her family members? That should tell us all we need to know. She came out saying, I wouldn't say that Thomas, my dad, has given up hope, and I certainly haven't either. But Archie's become somewhat of a phantom in the eyes of everybody. Surely he must be walking by now. He wasn't at the memorial service with them. No one knows where he's at. How's Archie doing? We haven't seen him. I don't know if we'll ever see him. I don't trust any of these people. I don't feel sorry for them like I used to. They seem to show up always at the right time, don't they? I really want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart to everybody that replied to my post with your encouraging words and your prayers, your sweet thoughts. I was having a really bad day. It comes and goes, but God willing, it's going to get better. I feel a lot better today. I appreciate y'all so much. I hope y'all have a great day today. I'll see you soon and we'll talk fast. Please stay safe and be blessed.